Hello, hello, I'm Yudeysis Cores, your host here at the 3rd Detours International Film Festival right here in Orlando, Florida. Today we are celebrating independent filmmakers, storytellers that bring big ideas, raw emotion, and a whole lot of heart to create something that we all can connect with. Now, I am especially excited because these films explore everything from grief, love, companion, comedy, and even a little bit of chaos. Now, today we are chatting with these filmmakers to discuss their creative process, their journey, and what it truly takes to create a film. So, if you're here to learn, be inspired, and most importantly, support the independent arts, don't go because we are just getting started. All right, everyone, here we go. We have 2 actors. Now, if you can tell us both your names and which film you guys were a part of.
I'm Brayton Galarza. I'm from The Last Day of School Ever.
Okay.
I'm Matthew Orama, and I'm also from The Last Day of School Ever.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about what this film is about, first of all, and then we can go ahead and talk about what was your experience like creating this film?
For me, this film was about creating friendships, but not just friendships, more of a family, of just how all the different kids that maybe didn't have a home to go to, we created a home with our friends.
All the kids had hardships and bad things they're going through. It's really about finding family in each other because they didn't have anyone to share their last day on earth at school with. So finding family in each other, making new friends, none of them never really knew each other.
Yeah.
But then they came together as a collective and they grew together and they spent their last moments being together.
As actors, was this your first film? Was it your first film?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This was.
Oh my gosh, it was your first film. Okay, what is your background in acting? How did you all get started? What was this like for you?
It was a roller coaster for me because he had been on the news at our school before this, so he got used to talking in front of a camera.
Right.
I had never done this. I was behind the scenes on the news before this.
Okay.
And
So this was your first time being in front of the camera instead of behind the scenes?
one of my first times being in front of camera.
Okay.
And I don't know, Mr. Sun one day he just asked me to read off a script just to see how it sounded, and he just started tearing up.
Okay, Mr. Sun, go ahead, giving you a nice little shout out there. And who's Mr. Sun to you, or to you both?
Favorite teacher.
Yeah, best teacher in Sanford.
Made middle school just so memorable.
What does he teach?
TV production.
TV production, Mr. Sun, what middle school?
Sanford Middle.
Sanford Middle. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Giving you a shout out. I was an educator myself, so that's definitely important. Awesome. And then what about you? What was it like? I think you've been in front of the camera doing news, but maybe this was your first time doing film.
Yeah, it definitely was my first time in acting. No experience before this.
Okay.
It just came up one day. I got a script for you guys, read off of it, try your best. But still, it was definitely challenging. And I'm really surprised at Brayton's acting. He had no time in front of the camera ever, and he's out here tearing up. And it was really great.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't have thought that both of you were not actors before, because you guys were really, really great on that film. Potentially lead to future projects for you guys in the future.
I've definitely considered acting as an actual career path, but I don't know.
Definitely after this class, it got me more into video production and everything. Now in my high school, I'm taking theater classes and stuff.
Wow.
So we're analyzing movies and all that. It's really fun.
And isn't it funny now when you become an actor, now you're watching the films, you're analyzing them versus just seeing them? Do you feel like this film is relatable to maybe students that are currently in school and perhaps maybe feel some of those emotions as well? Do you think that there's a connection there? And if so, what would you want them to get out of this film if they're watching it?
I feel like there's most definitely people out there that could relate to this film. People that go to school on the daily, just maybe they have things at home that no one knows about, but just having those friends at school that make you feel loved and like you're part of a family, even if you might not have that at home.
Yeah.
I think that just makes it so much better.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, thankfully I have a great family, so
Yeah.
I never have to go through that. But this film definitely showed me other people's perspectives and what it's like to not have good connections with people or not have someone in your life to look up to.
Anyone that perhaps maybe wants to get into acting, is scared, doesn't really know about it, what would you go ahead and say to that kid in middle school or in high school that's thinking about doing a film and they're just kind of scared to approach it?
It's definitely very nerve-wracking. When I first started going into that acting for that class, it was definitely very nerve-wracking. But once you get into it and you start connecting with the people, your fellow actors and everything, you really start having fun and you start wanting to go. Because at first, Like I was kind of nervous, like staying after school or just filming sometimes because I felt like I was gonna do a bad job.
Yeah.
But you really shouldn't care what people think and really just try. And that's what really drove me through to actually act in this film.
For me, I think it was just that it was just giving something a new shot, just trying it out. And then after the first couple takes of whatever he had for me, I got on my groove and I just
Yeah.
started going. I was nervous every time I messed up. We shot it again and then I got it right. You just got to keep going.
You just got to keep going. I mean, if you
Find your
fail, I
passion.
always say you fail forward, right? So you're trying something new.
Happy mistakes.
Happy mistakes. And you also feel like you get to learn maybe a side of yourself that you didn't even know. There you go. Now you have it. These are two actors from the last day of school. Any social media handles that you would like for people to follow in case you guys do go ahead and do any films in the future? No?
No, not really.
All right. No social media. Wow. And you guys are in high school.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. Thank you guys so much, honestly. Thank you. Thank you so much.